English Learning Zone, learn spoken English through real conversations. Subscribe now and never miss a podcast. New episodes every week. Improve your confidence, grammar, and vocabulary. Click the subscribe button and join the zone.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're embarking on a really fascinating journey. We've got this unique stack of source material sent in by you, our listener. We're diving into excerpts from an English language learning podcast. Now, you might be thinking, English lessons? What's there to deep dive into?
Right. Seems pretty straightforward on the surface.
Exactly. But our mission today is to sort of peel back the layers, and reveal how even these seemingly simple conversations, the ones designed just to teach language, can be absolutely brimming with, well, profound insights.
Yeah.
We're going to try and extract some surprising nuggets about human nature, how we make decisions, and even some practical strategies for self-improvement, all woven into these everyday chats.
That's absolutely right. And while the original purpose, it was clearly to improve English conversation skills, what's truly remarkable is how they also offer this rich tapestry of perspectives on, well, universal human experiences. So we'll be dissecting not just what was said in these conversations, but really why it matters and, what deeper implications it holds for you, the listener, in your own life and choices. Okay, let's unpack this.
I love that framing. And what better place to start than with one of life's really fundamental choices, where you decide to live. Our first conversation immediately plunges into that classic debate. Do you like village or city life?
Yes.
And one speaker quickly points out, the immediate pros and cons, or as they clarify it for learners, the advantages and disadvantages. It's a question that forces us to confront some pretty deep personal values, wouldn't you say?
It absolutely does, and the contrasting viewpoints they bring up are so relatable. The conversation, it clearly lays out the strong appeal of village life.
Like what specifically?
Well, its peaceful nature, for one, being closer to the environment and this profound sense of community. The speakers noted that in villages, people are generally more friendly and helpful. They described having closer relationships with their neighbors, and this tendency to support each other in times of need. It paints this picture of a quieter, maybe simpler existence where that human connection is really central.
Right.
The main drawback they mentioned for the village, though, was that the facilities are not as advanced.
Yeah, that's a pretty significant trade-off for many people, I think, especially, in today's world. And then you have the city, which offers a totally different set of allurements.
Precisely. The city side of the argument, it focuses more on those tangible benefits. More opportunities for education, employment, and entertainment, things like that. And crucially, the city also provides more diversity and exposure to different cultures, which, as they say, can broaden one's perspective. So that points to maybe more intellectual stimulation, a wider range of experiences.
Sure.
But of course, the inevitable downsides get mentioned too, cities being more crowded and polluted.
The usual suspects.
Yeah. But what's truly fascinating here, I think, beyond just listing pros and cons, is how the conversation ultimately concludes that the preference really depends on the individual's priorities and lifestyle.
Okay, so it's personal.
It is. It implicitly highlights this concept of person-environment fit. It's not about one place being objectively better, but rather about the, let's say, congruence between your personality, your values, and the place you choose to live. It really boils down to aligning with your subjective value system. And this raises an important question for all of us, right? Like, when you're faced with these big life choices, how do you weigh these very different priorities, like internal peace versus external opportunity, or maybe that close-knit community versus more individual independence?
That distinction, between the external environment and our internal priorities is fascinating. And it kind of carries over into our next source, which zooms in on another really personal decision.
Yeah.
Bringing a pet into your home.
Yes. The furry friends.
Right. This segment immediately jumped out at me because it highlights a very common difference of opinion right from the start about keeping pets inside the house.
Very common debate.
It's another perfect example of balancing those desires with practical realities, but maybe with a different kind of commitment involved.
It's a fantastic example, yeah. The conversation, it effectively breaks down the specific concerns and also the significant rewards of having a pet. The person who's a bit hesitant, they highlight the practical worries. It's a lot of work and responsibility, clearly.
No kidding.
And there's the potential for allergies or other health issues for some people. Plus, they express concerns about, the mess and potential damage they can cause. These are all very valid points. They speak to that invisible labor that often comes with integrating a new life, even a pet's life, into our own.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
My couch could definitely tell you a story or two about potential damage. But the other speaker, they push back with the immense benefits.
And they made a compelling case. They emphasized that having a pet can be really rewarding too, calling them great companions and mentioning they can even help reduce stress.
That's a big one for a lot of people.
It is. And the resolution they offer to the concerns is key. With proper training and care pets can be well behaved and not cause too much trouble. The specific example of wanting a dog comes up,
Right, the dog.
described as loyal and affectionate, but also, they acknowledge, requiring a lot of attention and exercise. The person considering the dog even sees it as motivation for me to get more active too.
Ah, interesting angle.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, well, it's another universal lesson, isn't it? Balancing what you want with the practical side. Pet ownership isn't just about companionship. It's often a journey of reciprocal growth. It often demands a surprising level of self-discipline from us. And choosing where to live, it's a really significant decision. It requires proper research, considering all the factors before making a decision, especially those hidden commitments of time and energy.
It's true. So we've gone from lifestyle decisions, personal responsibility, now to navigating emotional turbulence. Our next source tackles exactly that. It's a raw, pretty emotionally charged conversation about supporting a friend through a really heartbreaking breakup, specifically because of infidelity.
Oof, yeah, tough situation.
You can feel the raw emotions. The friend is really down, feels lost, just can't believe it. It's clearly a painful situation, and the way the friends talk through it offers some very universal insights into empathy and what true support looks like.
It absolutely does. The conversation immediately establishes that empathy, with phrases like, I'm sorry to hear that, and I can't imagine how you must be feeling right now. That initial acknowledgement of the pain, it's crucial for building trust, I think.
Definitely.
Then the advice shifts towards actionable coping strategies. And the suggestions are incredibly practical, really widely applicable. Take some time for yourself, do things that make you happy, focus on your hobbies, and spend time with friends and family.
Standard advice, but important.
Well, yes, but they aren't just platitudes, are they? They're concrete steps, kind of rooted in principles of resilience theory, you could say, emphasizing self-care, social support. These are vital steps in overcoming adversity.
And it's not just about what to do right now in the immediate aftermath, is it? There's a longer-term perspective offered, too.
Exactly right. The conversation then moves to offering that reassurance and hope for the future, which is so key to fostering a belief in, future positive outcomes. The comforting phrases are classics for a reason. You'll get through this, you deserve someone who treats you right, and that timeless one, time heals all wounds. There's also that strong positive affirmation. You'll find someone who loves and respects you for who you are. So what does this all mean for us listening?
Well, this segment, while deeply personal, focused on a breakup, it offers these universal lessons on how to effectively offer support to someone in distress.
And also how we can navigate significant personal setbacks ourselves. These strategies, they're applicable to so many life challenges far beyond just romantic breakups. It's about understanding the power of empathetic listening first, and then providing a kind of roadmap for rebuilding well-being during those really difficult times.
It's amazing how much wisdom can be packed into just a few lines of dialogue sometimes. Now, to bring this deep dive sort of full circle, we can't forget the original intent of our source material.
The English learning itself.
Exactly. Improving English speaking skills.
Yeah.
Beyond all these fascinating discussions about life choices and emotional support, the source actually provides some incredibly direct and practical tips for language acquisition itself. It's almost like a meta lesson hiding there in plain sight.
It truly is. The source begins by, reiterating the foundational importance of listening to English conversation, states it's an essential part of improving your English language skills, and that it can help you improve your listening, speaking, and comprehension skills. Pretty basic, but fundamental. It also stresses the critical role of vocabulary for speaking fluently, which of course makes perfect sense. You need the words to actually articulate your thoughts.
Right, you need the building blocks.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stop there. It gives concrete ways to put those skills into practice too. How do these tips go beyond just passive absorption?
Well, it moves beyond just passive listening to active practice. It suggests methods like talk to yourself in English as you go about your day.
Okay.
And also look for opportunities to chat in English with people you meet. These are great really accessible ways to get more comfortable. But then it introduces what it calls the most powerful way to improve your English speaking skills. And this is where it gets really insightful, I think, for learners.
Yes, this particular point really stood out to me as well. What is this powerful technique they mention?
It's simply recording yourself speaking. The source acknowledges that, yeah, listening to a recording of your own voice can feel strange, especially talking in English. We all know that feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Cringy sometimes.